Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video I'm going to talk to you about bullying and do age and timing of bullying matter in mental health. New research shows that recent bullying hits hardest, but recovery is possible. I'm going to put a link to this article in the description for the video. This one really caught my attention as a kid, as someone who, when I was a boy, at school who got bullied. I sort of really related to this, and I can't tell you how many cases that we have seen in the office where somebody, a young child, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, who's at school, who's been repeatedly bullied, and then makes a statement, I just want to die, I want this to end, and then ends up getting sucked into Florida's mental health system. And here we are filing an emergency petition with the court. So this one really caught my eye and it sort of touched me on a personal level. Most parents know that bullying is harmful, but a question that has lingered in research is when during childhood does bullying matter most? Does being bullied at age 5 leave as deep a mark as being bullied at 15? Does harm accumulate over years, or does it fade? A new study published in European Child and Adolescent Psychiatry investigated the relationship of timing of bullying across childhood and adolescence and the development of later depressive symptoms in emerging adulthood. The data drew on data from 6,700 children. Bullying was measured repeatedly between ages 4 and 16 using parent-reported questionnaires. Depressive symptoms were measured during the mood and feeling questionnaire in the same young people from ages 16 and a half through age 23. At every age at which depressive symptoms were measured, the recency hypothesis won out. Bullying that happened closer in time to the depressive symptoms assessment was more strongly linked to depressive symptoms than bullying that had happened years earlier. To put that in concrete terms, an increase in bullying at age 4 was associated with a modest increase in depressive symptom scores by age 16 and a half, while the association for the same level of bullying at age 16 was roughly 4 times stronger, a pattern that held whether depressive symptoms were measured at 16, 17, 21, 22, or 23. What does this mean? The clearest takeaway is about timing of support, not just the bullying itself. If a child is currently being bullied, acting quickly matters. The good news embedded in these findings is that the effects of past bullying appear to lessen with time, but the window of opportunity for intervention shouldn't be wasted. The bottom line, a child's mood is more likely to be affected by the most recent bullying events. Schools and families should aim for early and active support to prevent further bullying, help the child during this difficult period, and pave the way for recovery. Yeah, it's interesting. One of the questions that we ask when we're talking to a family about a loved one, typically somewhere in the 25 to 45 age range, is, has there been any trauma? Right? You're dealing with a child, and I use the word child loosely because at 59, my mother still thinks I'm her little boy, and I think every parent that I've ever spoken to felt the same way about their adult child. So I use the word child loosely. But every family we speak to, we ask, has there been any trauma, sexual trauma, physical trauma, like bullying? Have they suffered a TBI, traumatic brain injury, maybe from a car accident? We've done a lot of work with the families of professional athletes, football players, people in the martial arts world who have suffered repeated head traumas. So, I think this is an interesting article. And if you're a family out there and you've got a loved one who is suffering and has been for years and years and years, good chance there's some trauma somewhere along the line that has hijacked their brain. And that's why you're having a problem, either getting them into treatment or getting them to stay in treatment. And so if you're a family out there, you're watching this video and you can relate to this, and you want to have a conversation with us about what options may or may not be available, both legal and non-legal, and sometimes a combination of both, we'd like to talk to you. We really would. If perhaps you were somebody who was bullied like me as a kid, tell me how that's affected you. I know it really, for me, I spent, 20 plus years, almost half my life training in the martial arts because my dad said, listen, at some point, I'm not going to be around and you're going to have to learn to defend yourself. And I think it made me very angry, and I trained really hard for a long time, which is why, it's why my body's fallen apart, because I beat the crap out of myself for a long time to see how much punishment I could really take. Found out I could take a lot, but a couple of concussions later, two surgeries here, a surgery here, and two herniated discs. Yeah, and I'm kind of paying the price for it. But anyway, that's a different conversation for a different day. Let me know your thoughts. If there's an issue you're dealing with in your family and I haven't made a video about it, let me know. I'll make a video for you, because these videos are all about giving you the information that you need based on, all of these thousands of families that we've spoken to. This is my way of giving you some value. And it's up to you to decide if you want to talk to us. So let me know. If I haven't made a video about it, I'll make you a video. Just post in the comments. Because if it's affecting your family, I'm sure it's affecting somebody else's. If you like this content, please give me a thumbs up. They say it helps with the algorithm. And if you want more of this content that I make every single day for you, please subscribe to the channel. And with that said, thank you for tuning in. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.